Well done, you did it. You finally decided to get rid of this awful thing from your life that was clearly getting in the way of your productivity, your happiness, and your presence. But you, and only you, decided that you had enough. And people don't give far as much credit to it as it needs to. But something is going to happen, and yes, it's going to happen to you. I read tons of topics on this online, and something happens to about 95% of people who have just decided to quit social media or have already done it. But before we get into this, I really want to congratulate you for deleting those apps in the first place. Not a lot of people are willing to do this, and you're clearly not like everyone, so well done. You have your own path and goals in mind that you want to achieve, and you clearly see this problem with those apps. So you decided to remove these apps from your life. Good job. For many people, it doesn't seem like a big deal at all, and they might even downgrade you. Who cares? Like, yeah, bro, you just deleted some app. Way to go. But for me personally, it was a really big deal to get rid of those apps, and for you, it probably is too. So again, congratulations for taking that first step. Now you can start making progress financially in your relationships and in life overall, because you're actually invested in it like we all should be. People who spend their time on social media, and for ourselves when we were using it as well, it was perfectly okay to use it like 4 hours a day or something. But that isn't even the scary number. The scary number goes up from 6 to 8 to even 10 hours a day. That is just insane. But even if you were in those high numbers, it's still fine, because it's not your fault. It's all because these companies have made these apps addictive. But once you have these apps removed from your life, you can do whatever you want. For me personally, like I told earlier, it was about 4 to 5 hours a day. Crazy, right? And people are always saying that they don't have enough time to do whatever they want in a day. And yes, this also includes people who say they only use social media when they are like on public transport and it was wasted time anyways. Nope, you can still use your time better. They know it, and you know it too. I've been off social media for about 2 years now, and what I can remember about it, and what my friends actually say as well, that it's still very, very toxic. All it has ever given us is jealousy, pain, and FOMO, aka fear of missing out. So it's basically only negative things. Taking out this negativity from your life is a big step towards a healthier mindset and even better everyday casual life. The second big problem with social media is the wasted time. Let's say someone only spends about 3 hours a day on social media according to their screen time. That's nearly 1100 hours of wasted time in a year. 1100 hours of wasted time. What if you just spent that time doing something really productive, something that really expands yourself, like a new hobby, exercising, or learning a new skill set that is actually useful in life? The change you would get would be insane. Let's say you would put that time into like exercising, for example. All those 1100 hours, you will feel incredible. But on the other hand, spending that 1100 hours on social media is just wasted time. I think we can agree on that. There is no reward in scrolling this social media. You get nothing in return. Nothing tangible, at least, that you can take home and get to show for it. No improvement in anything, and the hours are just gone. And you don't even remember what you were watching. You are just scrolling through your phone, and occasionally when you see something funny, you're just like, exhale through your nose, and that's it. And poof, moments later, you don't even remember what you were laughing about. You are not keeping yourself busy with it. It's just a distraction from not being bored. And most people are actually not even afraid of boredom. They are actually scared of being with themselves and sitting in silence. And to us, the user, we're actually the product. Yes, this is addictive. The chance to scroll through something random in order to maybe find something funny and send it to our friends so they can do exactly the same thing is addiction. Maybe you see something nice, maybe you don't. Seems familiar? It's exactly like slot machines in a casino. And those are bad, aren't they? When I decided to quit social media myself, I began to cling to other addictions. This is what addiction does, doesn't it? And I've been researching addictions so much that I can actually spot one from a mile away, and social media is definitely one of them. Anyways, after quitting social media myself, I immediately began to jump to other addictions like YouTube and Netflix. But the thing is that I don't find YouTube and Netflix to be necessarily bad things. I think if in moderation and good goals in mind, they can actually be good things. I personally don't use Netflix anymore at all. When I use YouTube, it's like 1 or 2 hours per night, and I only use it for learning things. So in my mind, not that I want to find any excuses for myself, but it's a good thing. But I get it, it's incredibly easy to take those 4 to 5 hours that you spent on TikTok, Instagram, or even Facebook and just to put them into YouTube. It's still way less toxic, but you should be aware of what you consume. Now let's get back to what I said earlier about wasting that 1000 plus hours. And now imagine all the progress you could make by doing something that you actually like with all that time. Whether it's learning woodworking, crocheting, or even some martial arts, even a new programming language, or starting a company. So now you can, because you deleted those time-consuming apps and you are aware of what you want to do. Imagine if you invest only 1 hour per day during a year span into one activity that you really want to do. That's 365 hours in a year. I think my math is correct. It's incredible how much you can get done when you look at the bigger picture like this. My advice to you is to write those things down. Basically, journal. I've talked to how to journal in this video, and you can go check it out after this video. And trust me, journaling is super beneficial. I used to think it was dumb because, I already know what I want. But the thing, what happens in life is that you tend to forget about your goals because there's so much going on all the time. When you're writing it down, you can remember it and you can plan it out. So now that I've sort of put it into perspective for you, you can also get kind of competitive about it. Like, think about it. Like everyone else who are not deleting those social media apps are still in this same old loop over and over again. But you have the advantage. You can progress faster and learn something new that these people are not learning. If you're even slightly competitive like I am, then this is a huge boost for you. My tip number 2 for this topic is to do something that you really like. Do not make it a chore. For example, I really do like to exercise, and when I can make time for it, I do it with so much enthusiasm. Anyways, pick something that you always wanted to do. It can be whatever you like going out for a walk, starting cooking, or even something really complex like learning astrophysics online. If that is a thing, go for it. It's up to you, just pick something that you really want to do. And remember, it's all a process. You don't have to be like ultra productive 100% of your day. The process doesn't ever actually have to look like that, so don't burn yourself out. The best way to do this is to do it 1% a day. I explained it all in this video, so go click that one next, and I'll see you over there. Catch ya.